Now for something more serious, Days of Heaven. This is one of the year's most beautiful and most emotionally powerful movies. And it's the story of a time in American history when immigrants went west to work the land, and some found wealth and some found romance, but others found only poverty and an early grave. The movie stars Sam Shepard as a rich young Texas farmer who falls in love with Brooke Adams as a field worker from Chicago. And here's a scene where the farmer finally gets up enough courage to ask her to stay on his farm.
We'll probably be all done by tomorrow. You still plan on going north? The reason I ask is, maybe you'd like to stay on here. Well, it'd be easier than it is now. There's not that much work after the harvest. Pay's just as good. It's an idea. You could think about it, let me know later.
I gotta run.
Who's that?
My brother.
Doesn't have any family either. Why don't you tell him you'll stay?
What for?
I don't know. Something might happen. What's your mouth hanging open for? Don't tell me. I already know. All I count your unhappy life. Well, I'm telling you, we gotta do something about it. Can't expect anybody else to.
That's a talented newcomer named Richard Gere, and he's not really her brother, he's her husband. Well, in spite of that, she eventually does marry the farmer to get his money, and that's the beginning of a human tragedy for everyone in this picture, because eventually their secret is discovered, and they try to escape down a river. Now, in this spellbinding scene, we meet a young 12-year-old girl. She's the narrator of the whole film, and listen to her in this scene. Listen to her sad voice. It's got an infinitely weary wisdom.
Nobody's perfect. There was never a perfect person around. You just got half devil and half angel in you. She promised herself she'd lead a good life from now on. She blamed it all on herself. Good. I like it. She didn't care if she was happy or not. She just wanted to make up for what she did wrong.
We found cops.
The sun looks ghostly when there's a mist on a river and everything's quiet. I never knowed it before. You could see people on the shore, but it was far off and you couldn't see what they were doing. They were probably calling for help or something, or they were trying to bury somebody or something. We've seen trees that the leaves are shaking and it looks like shadows of guys coming at you and stuff. We heard owls squawking away, hooting away. We didn't know where we were going, what we were gonna do. I've never been on a boat before. That was the first time.
That's Linda Manz, and what a great voice she has. It's unforgettable, and I love that scene. The whole movie is that beautiful. And Days of Heaven is really, it's two things at once. It's, first of all, a magnificently photographed record of life on the Great Plains before World War I. And then it's the story of how people can get cornered, how they can become overcome by desperation, poverty, their own uncertainty about what to do next. The movie was directed by a brilliant young filmmaker named Terrence Malick, and it's only his second film, but it's a masterpiece.
You know what I like about this picture is something that the movies can do so well when they're really good, and that is make you forget you're in a movie seat, take you away to a totally different world. In a way, this picture is as strange and as foreign with its photography and sounds as Star Wars, and I really think it's very beautiful. The voice, I don't know, maybe it's a little too much ain't the working class really smarter than the so-called smart guys, but my God, what a film to take us away from movies.
I agree, and one of the nice things is you have this love triangle and you think, oh no, not another soap opera on the plains or something, but nature is so big and so overwhelming. The sky is so big, the plains are so wide that the story just seems to fit into that and as its own kind of little rural tragedy.
It's sort of a hopeless story, though, too. I felt sad. And we both say yes to Days of Heaven, a hauntingly beautiful film about migrant farm workers before the First World War.